Welcome to GW Micro's Guess What series, an introductory look at the highly anticipated release of Windowise 7.5 Beta 1. Windowise 7.5 Beta 1 is the first version of Windowise to rebrand the notion of scripts into a more comfortable and recognizable term, apps. Windowise apps embrace a broader sense of usage by including everything from program enhancements that deal specifically with accessibility issues to more convenience-oriented apps and everything in between. While the underlying structure of these Windowise enhancements is the same industry standard that has been placed since its inception, the concept of an app is more widely known, and the use of this term will help eliminate the confusion often associated with the more technical expression. What can apps do for you? As long as Windowise is running, apps can stand alone, such as an app to check the weather. Apps can make a program accessible, such as Skype. And apps can enhance the functionality of a program, such as adding functionality to Microsoft Word. Windowise 7.5 Beta 1 will ship with more default apps to make your Windowise experience even smoother. You will likely see the following apps ship with Windowise: AppGet, Autocomplete, Eloquence Fix, GW Toolkit, Hotspot, Progress Indicator, JAWS Quick Key, LV Nav, MS Access, Quick Start Wizard, Read to Me, Virtual View, Voice Rotor, Windows Live Messenger, WE Update, Word Accent, and Word Nav. If you have been using Windowise 7.2, you will undoubtedly notice that there are new apps that have been added to help both new and existing users to Windowise. The Hotspot app is now included to allow advanced users to customize Windowise for certain applications. The JAWS Quick Key app will hold the hand of users from a competing screen reader who are switching to the powerful platform of Windowise. Easily change your read-to-end voice with a different sizer with the Read to Me app. The WLM app allows access to Windows Live Mail. Some new additions include the MS Access script, which creates out-of-the-box support for Microsoft Access. Let's take a look and find out where these apps are. I'm inside of Windowise already, so I'm going to press Alt-A for the Apps menu.
A. App Management, a pull down.
You'll hear App Management. If I down arrow,
App Central A.
You'll hear App Central, and you're going to begin to hear some of these new apps that we've been talking about. The first one is
AppGet, a pull down.
AppGet, which we're going to cover in some detail here later on.
Autocomplete, a pull down.
Autocomplete, which again, if you've been using Windowise 7.2, you should be familiar with. Autospeak's autocomplete text.
GW Toolkit, G pull down.
GW Toolkit, which is what all of our apps are based on.
Hotspot, H pull down.
Hotspot, again, that very advanced script for advanced users that can do all sorts of fantastic things to customize an application with Hotspot for Windowise.
JAWS Quick Key, J pull down.
JAWS Quick Key. If you haven't explored this and you're new to Windowise, this is something you're most definitely going to want to use if you're familiar with a competing screen reader's keyboard layout. Down arrow again.
LV Nav, L pull down.
LV Nav for our list view navigation to easily navigate a list view.
Progress Indicator, P pull down.
The Progress Indicator script, which allows you to customize how a progress indicator speaks, and you'll hear how I've customized mine in a little bit. If I down arrow again.
Quick Start Wizard, Q pull down.
Quick Start Wizard. We're going to come back to that one, but this is very handy again to help you set up Windowise the way you like it, and especially if you're a new user to Windowise.
Read to Me, R pull down.
The Read to Me script, the script that allows you to select your own synthesizer during a read to end if you want it to be different than your other synthesizer that you normally use.
Virtual View, V pull down.
The Virtual View script, allowing you to virtualize any window, especially helpful when installing certain printers that have issues with accessibility in their dialogues. Down arrow again.
Voice Rotor, V pull down.
Voice Rotor allows you to select or rotor between different synthesizers very easily.
Word Accent, W pull down.
The Word Accent is allowing you to do some special things with Word.
App Management, a pull down.
And we're back to App Management. I don't have my Word navigation installed here, but if I did have it installed, I could go through and easily navigate Word very similar to I would with browse mode inside of Microsoft Word. A very unique feature. Again, these apps really add power to Windowise. Two of the most notable new apps are the Quick Start Wizard and AppGet. The Quick Start Wizard will help new users of Windowise get up to speed quickly and easily. If you are installing Windowise 7.5 for the first time, the Quick Start Wizard will run automatically. I already have Windows installed, so I need to actually start it manually. Let's take a brief look at what it sets up. First, you would press Alt-A, which I've already done here, to get into the Apps menu. Then we're going to press down arrow till we get to the Quick Start wizard.
App Central A, App Get a pull down, Auto Complete a pull down, GW Toolkit, Hotspot H pull down, JAWS Quick Key J, LV Nav L pull, Progress Indicator P, Quick Start Wizard Q pull down.
I could have also just pressed Q. I'm going to press Enter on this simply because it's a pull down.
Launch Wizard, L dialog.
And it says Launch Wizard, so we'll press Enter here.
Menu closed. Next End button dialog. Windows Quick Start Wizard. Welcome to the Windows Quick Start Wizard. This Quick Start Wizard will let you set up some of the most common Windows settings right away so that you can start using your computer. You can access this wizard at any time using the Quick Start menu option in the Windows Apps menu. Select the Next button to begin. Back B button disabled. Default Next End button. Cancel button.
So the first dialog explains what the wizard does. We're going to press Enter to activate the Next button.
Settings E screen closed 1 of 13 preview depth 1. Dialog Windows active default set. Associated none. Next End button dialog. Windows Quick Start Wizard speech voice. The voice that you hear when Windows is talking comes from a speech synthesizer. Two of the most popular speech synthesizers are included with Windows. Tab to the radio button and use your up and down arrow keys to select the voice you want to use. When you're done, tab to the Next button and press Enter. DE Doc Access 32 Windows Radio button unchecked. Eloquence US English Read Radio button checked. Back B button default. Next End button. Cancel button.
Alright, so it's very nice and easy. The script is kind of walking us through what to do. I could tab to those options and actually try and change a synthesizer. In fact, let's try that.
Cancel button. Eloquence US English Read Radio button checked 2 of 2.
I've got Eloquent selected just because that's my preference, but a lot of people like Talk Access 32. Watch what happens if you up arrow.
DE Talk Access 32 Windows. DE Talk Access 32 Windows Radio button checked 1 of 2.
It automatically switches. If I down arrow back to Eloquence.
Eloquence US English Read. Eloquence US English Read Radio button checked 2 of 2.
It switches on the fly. So you can then select a synthesizer. Obviously, Eloquence and Talk Access 32 are the options available here, but if you have another synthesizer, it would also show up as an option in addition to Talk Access 32 and Eloquence. And you noticed the changes are taking effect immediately, making it very easy to select a synthesizer. I'm going to tab back to the Next
Back
button.
B button. Next End button.
And press Enter here.
Dialog Windows Quick Start Wizard Voice Rate. The voice rate controls the speed of the voice you hear. When you increase the rate, the voice speeds up. When you decrease the rate, the voice slows down. Tab to voice rate and use your up and down arrow keys to change the speed of the voice. When you're done, tab to the Next button and press Enter. Voice rate 40. Back B button default. Next End button. Cancel button. Next End button.
So this allows us to change the rate similar to yesterday's Guess What, how we went through the screen rate. This is just a very easy way to be able to do it in case you're new to Windows or you don't know the hotkeys or you just want to use this to set yourself up because you're not quite yet familiar with the new user interface. I'm just going to go ahead and press Enter on Next.
Dialog Windows Quick Start Wizard Punctuation settings affect what you hear when Windows is speaking. Tap through the following checkboxes and use your spacebar to check or uncheck the punctuation settings you want to hear. When you're done, tab to the Next button and press Enter. Math symbols like plus, dash, slash, and star checkbox uncheck. Textual symbols like question, period, and comma checkbox uncheck. Miscellaneous symbols like dollar, at, and quote checkbox unchecked. Back B button default. Next End button. Cancel button. Next End button.
So this next screen is going to allow you to customize the way that you want to hear various types of punctuation. Again, you can set up all your personal preferences here. I'm just going to go ahead and press Enter on my Next button.
Dialog Windows Quick Start Wizard Braille Display. If you have a Braille display connected and you want Braille output, tab to the list box and use your arrow keys to select your display. When you're done, tab to the Next button and press Enter. Braille displays none. Alva 240.
I'm going to press Control to silence that, or it's going to read us the entire list of Braille displays here. So the next dialog allows you to select your Braille display. If you were to select a Braille display, you would be provided with even more options after you select the Braille display. However, I don't have one connected, so I'm going to press Enter and it's going to move me to the next dialog. If you do use a Braille display, feel free to explore those options when you install Windows 7.5 Beta 1.
Next End button. Dialog Windows Quick Start Wizard Typing Echo. Typing echo is what you hear when you press keys on your keyboard, such as individual characters or entire words. Tab to the radio button, and use your up and down arrow keys to select how you want your keyboard to sound when you're typing. When you're done, tab to the next button, and press enter. Speak every keystroke as I type radio button uncheck speak only words when I press the spacebar radio button uncheck speak both keystrokes and words radio button uncheck don't speak anything when I type radio button uncheck don't change my current settings radio button check back B button default next end button cancel button.
Once you've completed setting up your Braille options, you can press enter on that next button through all those various options, and after that, you're asked how you would want WindowEyes to speak, such as each character as you type, each word, etc. Set it up however you personally like it, and then press enter on your next button.
Next end button dialog WindowEyes quick start wizard notification area. A common task when working with Windows is switching between running programs using the hotkey Alt Tab. WindowEyes can either stay in the Alt Tab program list, or put itself in the notification area, out of the way of your other programs. Tab to the radio button, and use your up and down arrow keys to select where you want WindowEyes to reside. When you're done, tab to the next button, and press enter. Show the WindowEyes icon in the notification area, out of the Alt Tab list radio button unchecked show WindowEyes in the taskbar and the Alt Tab list radio button check back B button default next end button cancel button.
The Quick Start wizard then asks you if you want WindowEyes to run in the taskbar or in the notification area. Now, the notification area was renamed by Microsoft from what was formerly known as the system tray. They're both the exact same thing, just different names, so we're following along with the terminology that Microsoft is using here. Again, you can select whichever one you want, and then press enter on the next button.
Do not modify my existing keyboard layout radio button checked 1 of 4 dialog WindowEyes quick start wizard keyboard layout.
The last option you are asked to set is the keyboard layout. You may want to use the standard default keyboard layout, or you may want to use the brand new and improved laptop layout. Yet another new advantage that will certainly help when using the new laptop layout, and is definitely worth noting here, is that you can now use the caps lock key to act as the insert key. This is true when using any keyboard layout, but extremely helpful when using a laptop. After you're done there, you can tab to finish, press enter, and you're all set to go, making setting up WindowEyes a breeze whether you're a new user or just want to use the Quick Start wizard to get you up and going. Now, if you decide to cancel the wizard, your settings are actually going to be reverted. In my case, I've got all of my settings set up, so I'm going to press escape.
Yes, Y button. Dialog Quick Start wizard. Are you sure you want to cancel the wizard? If you choose yes, all settings will be reverted back to their previous values. Default yes Y button, no N button.
And WindowEyes is nice enough to tell me that if I get out of here, everything's going to revert to the previous values. So I'm just going to press Y for yes.
WindowEyes active Explorer.set, associated Explorer.set normal.
And we're back into the tree view. The next new and definitely notable app is called AppGet. AppGet helps you get those innovative, handy, and helpful apps from App Central. We could go into the Apps menu and access AppGet, but the easier way is to simply use the hotkey, which is Windows key and the letter G as in George by default. So let's press Windows key G.
Cancel button. Dialog AppGet progress retrieving app list. Please wait. Default cancel button. Hurry up.
You hear how I customize my progress bar there.
All apps 212 alphabetical A multimedia 6 closed 1 of 8 tree view depth 1. Dialog AppGet.
AppGet will then load all of the available apps into a nice and easy to navigate dialog. Once the list of apps has been downloaded, the apps are then put into categories, which are multimedia, general, program enhancements, utilities, communication, app development, productivity, and programming. Suppose you wanted to get the Whether or Not app that some of you may be familiar with. You would press the down arrow until you get to General.
General 68 closed 2 of 8.
Press the right arrow to open the node.
General 68 expanded 2 of 8 68 items.
And notice there are 68 items, so I could down arrow until I get to Whether or Not, but that would likely take me a while, so I'm just going to press the letter W.
W. Whether or Not 64 of 68 depth 2. I-beam.
So now I'm on Whether or Not. Well, what information does AppGet give me? I'm going to press Tab here.
Details for Whether or Not 3.7D by GW micro read-only edit box.
So I'm automatically put into the Details read-only edit box. I could do a Control-Shift-R if I wanted to read this entire thing. Also, if I tab again, you're going to be able to read comments that others have posted about the app. So let's press Tab.
Comments for whether or not 3.7C20100413. There's no easy way to get current weather conditions. Read only edit box.
So there's our first comment there, which I think is funny because all you have to do with whether or not is press a hotkey, and that's its whole goal, is to give you the current weather conditions. I could listen to all the other comments, and there are a lot of very positive ones here. If I did a Control-Shift-R and read them, I'm going to go ahead and see if I can install this. So I'm going to tab until I get to install.
Refresh R button. Website W button. Install I button.
And I just press Enter on install. Also, if I were still in the tree view, I could have just pressed Enter, and the default button is installed, so I could have just pressed Enter there without tabbing here.
Installed apps iAppGet version 0.9 package app-get install date Thursday, January 27, 2011 list view 1 of 18. Dialog package preview whether or not 3.7 package details. This script enables you to look up weather conditions around red only.
And I'm going to press Control to silence that. This is the package preview dialog, which you may be familiar with already. I could tab to the install button or just press Enter here.
License details L copyright C20082010GW Micro, Inc. Read only edit box dialog license agreement for whether or not 3.7.
So here's the license agreement. I could read this entire thing by doing a Control-Shift-R instead of the read-only edit box. I'll just press Enter.
Package installed. Close button. All apps 212 alphabetical A whether or not 64 of 68 preview depth 2 dialog app-get. iBeam.
And my app is installed. What if you want to know which apps you already have currently installed? Let's check out the various ways you can do this. I'm going to press Alt-V to get into the View menu.
V. Refresh RF5. Arrow.
And let's check out the options here. I've got refresh. If I down arrow,
all checked.
There's all, down arrow again.
Installed I.
Installed, down arrow again.
Not installed N.
Not installed. And the last one here is
outdated O.
Outdated. So we can change the tree view to list all of these various items. Let's change the view so it only shows our apps that are currently installed. So I'll down arrow to installed.
Refresh RF5. All checked. Installed I.
And press Enter.
Close button. Installed apps 16 alphabetical A general 6 closed 1 of 5 tree view depth 1.
So it tells me that I've actually got 16 installed apps and they're still put into categories. app-get makes finding everything you have or don't have extremely simple, as well as finding updates to apps that you currently have. What if you wanted to find an app that you had heard about from a friend? app-get has the ability to find apps too. Note that just as before, we need to be connected to the internet because it's going to only search what's on the GW Micro server. Also note that it's only going to find apps that are in the current view. So let's put this back into showing all of our apps. So we'll do an Alt-V.
V. Refresh RF5.
Down arrow to all.
All A.
And press Enter.
Menu closed. Close button. All apps 212 alphabetical A multimedia 6 closed 1 of 8 review depth 1.
And all of our apps are being displayed here. Now, we could go into the menu system and find the find command, but there's also a hotkey for this. Let's press Control F.
Name and weather edit box. Dialog app find.
First of all, we've got a name edit box, so we could just go ahead and find out the name. If we knew it, we could type it in here. What else do we have here? If I tab,
author edit box.
We could look for the author. If I tab again,
description D edit box.
We could look for a description.
Match any radio button checked 1 of 2.
We could have it match something that we've typed in, whether it's all of the words exactly or just some of them. If I tab again,
case ignore checkbox checked.
You could have it be case sensitive or not. If I tab again,
find F button.
There's a find button,
close button,
and a close button. If I tab once more,
name and weather edit box.
I'm back to my name edit box. And as you can tell, the last app that I searched for was actually a script for weather, because that interests me, especially since we're experiencing a blizzard here today, or last night through today. So what if I want to search for QuickBooks, for example? I'm going to type in QuickBooks.
QUICKBOOKS.
I'll just leave all the other fields blank. I could tab until I get to the find button and press enter, but I'd rather just press enter here.
Please wait. Dialog app-get. All apps 1 alphabetical A productivity 1 closed tree view depth 1.
So first you heard WindowEyes say please wait. It performed the search. It updated the tree view. It told us that there's one app. It's under productivity. If I right arrow to open that up,
productivity 1 expanded 1 item.
And then down arrow,
QuickBooks Online depth 2.
There's
iBeam.
one for QuickBooks Online. And so I could then easily press enter and install that app from right here, or I could tab to hear the details and comment. If you want to show all the apps again, and maybe this isn't the app that you were looking for, I'll just go ahead and press F5 to do a refresh.
Close button. All apps 212 alphabetical A70s commercials 1 of 6 tree view depth 2.
And now all of my apps are back into the tree view again. Feel free to explore all of the powerful WindowEyes apps with AppGet after you download WindowEyes 7.5 Beta 1. As you can see, AppGet is a real time saver. It allows you to easily find apps and can also show you which apps are installed, not installed, as well as which apps need to be updated, among other exciting features. Get ready to experience all of the power that WindowEyes 7.5 Beta 1 provides. We still have a few more items that makes WindowEyes 7.5 Beta 1 an even more well-rounded, well worth it upgrade, including some additional features and a solid collection of bug fixes. Stay tuned for tomorrow's Guess What to learn more about WindowEyes 7.5 Beta 1, as well as an exciting promotion to help you upgrade from 7.2 to 7.5.